welcome and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna dive right into it. We're talking about never love a man more than you love you. I'm gonna get a couple people's perspective on the topic of never loving a man more than you love you as well, because we're naturally lovers, emotional, sacrificial, self-abandoning, anxiously attached, codependent, trauma bonded. Like, oh, we are hooked forever. But what happens when the relationship starts to look like it's fizzling away and you're like, oh my god, what do I do? What am I gonna do? How do I survive? Be afraid and freaking do it anyway. Anyway, how to avoid crashing out, emotional. Yes, you are allowed to feel in your chest like, oh, the hurt. Okay, because the life you imagine having with that person, all of a sudden it's like poofing right before your eyes. What do you do? Like T.D. Jakes will say, what do you do when life is giving you popcorn so you are looking for bubbly? Anyways, I'm gonna come back with my 2 cents. I'm gonna link a few perspective of other people's videos, especially on this lady who came to crash out on Facebook Live when 6 months ago she thought that she married the man of her dreams. I'll touch up a little bit also on the Regina Daniels case and just kind of weigh the two ladies' perspective on their relationship overall and how we sometimes will see red flags in men and not realize that the way we love, the way we are loyal, majority of men. Notice I'm not saying all men, okay? Don't.
I am a certified crash out. I talked to him today. I talked to him. He said, it's all my fault. I'm to blame. He said I should never did all that. He's right. I should never did that. It's my fault. He said, why the fuck did I crash out? He said, I should never did that, y'all. I go to social media and I post, bitch, he got to be stopped. He asked me, I bet you won't go on there and show them who you really is. This who I really am, y'all. He said, I should be celibate for years. He said, I don't never need to be with another man again because I let a man make me feel like this.
So my point with Kiki or Keke and her crashing out on the internet regarding her marriage, her man who, when you notice, like on the cruise, she was trying to grab him, trying to love on him, supposed to be fun. Like, ladies, when you see the sign in a man, it doesn't matter if you've been in a relationship or marriage for 3 months, 6 months, a year. You have to start like clocking like, oh, that's what it is. Don't start to do too much in order to get the version of them that you got like on the first date. When you're on that first date with that man, or if you can think back on the first date with that man, it was the representative. It was the max majority of men who have a mask until they hook you, they get married to you, or you have a couple kids, blah blah blah, and they start to switch up. It is go look at different people's relationships. But the key is, as a woman, you have to center yourself so much. Centering with yourself and detaching from men doesn't mean you don't want men or you don't love men, but you want men to the point where you love yourself first. You are so centered, not selfish in a way, but you can be selfish a little bit too. But that if when the relationship fizzles, you're not crashing out, you're not drinking, becoming a drug addict, wanting to unalive yourself, have nothing to follow, especially financially, and you're crashing out, yes, you're allowed to feel it in your chest, right? Hey, you're human, you have feelings, you had a vision of a life with this person, all of a sudden that it's being taken away completely. He's pulling it away, he's taking it away. Right in your face, he's dissing you, disrespecting you, looking at other women, traveling, but not connecting with you, not chatting with you, not having plans. You don't want to know what the next thing is. You have kids with them, all of a sudden, you're just a lump of furniture in the home. And then you're allowing yourself to be a furniture in the home. Let that man know that you got options and you will be walking. If a man know that you will be walking, they tend to act differently. But if they think that they are your end be it all, the way that man will walk all over you, especially if you're self-esteem, self-worth, you just gotta continue to work on yourself. Whatever it is, whatever your beauty standard is, whatever your boundaries are, don't compromise with them. Oh, but I love him. Especially if you're demonetized. You're demonetized. He put that good on you. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, but he said I'm sorry. And last night was so good. And then 3 days later, he started to fizzle you out again, start to diss you, and then whole cycle, then you're trauma bonded with them because you keep chasing that good vibe. That D is, you're eating the sausage too much. Wake up. This man is going to destroy you, take your life, your light, and your mind away. And you become an addict. You can't focus on your purpose, your dreams, your future, your goals, your businesses, your career. And they are weaponize your womb. And you're stuck there. Not to say, that's why I always say, have the number of kids that you want to have. Not because, get married to that man because you want to, not because they want you to. Love him this much. Let him love you this much. If I can make a son of a heart. But loving yourself to the point where if it happens, it break your heart. And I feel you. Nobody wants that. It's heartbreaking. And I feel for KK. But let it not break your soul. Let not a darn breakup from a dusty cause you to break the soul. Buckle up, buttercup. Anyways, I was talking to this guy literally last evening. And chatting, like, this is a really guy who's like doing it, a business mogul. And I'm like, how did you get here? What's your story? Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, this poor guy, literally didn't even have electricity where he came from in India. He's an Indian guy. So we're chatting with her and he has his friends there and stuff like that. It was good vibes or whatever. And he was like, when I met my wife, he didn't have a ring on, by the way. I'm like, that's weird. But anyways, once again, you get on the streets and a lot of the men are married. The backstory starting like, why are you here? But anyways, hey, vibe. Sometimes it's all about vibe, going out there, being blah, blah, blah. And he was like, when I met my wife, I didn't have anything. I was a taxi driver somewhere in some remote place in Mississippi. And my wife said, I come from the city, okay? I don't live in a village, okay? I don't live here, there, and everywhere. So you better get your act together. All my family, my brothers, they all have businesses. And that's why it's important to let men know as women that you have people behind you. Okay, you have brothers, you have a father, you have uncles, people who stick up to you. You have a therapist, you have a lawyer, you have an accountant. You have to, and those things also come from you being aware. Just like in Regina Daniel's case, right? You have to have people around you, and people around you, like her mother, who is gaslighting, all like she's a source for them. You're gonna lose you as a person in that relationship. So she's like, hey, I want this woman so bad that I started a business. I partnered with some liquor store guy, and that was the first business, and now he has liquor stores all over the East Coast, has a bunch of big real estate businesses, because I'm looking for real estate for the new year for my business, and it's kind of like linked up with him. It's all about connections and collaboration. He has some great friends and some great connections. So I'm like, hey, why not? We'll sit there, good vibes, good food. And they've been married for 25 years. I'm like, hey, you need to celebrate your wife. Because if it wasn't for her telling you, I don't be with no pupper, no dusty, no man who's working as a taxi driver. It's like, yeah, I don't want to lose this woman. So I'm going to start a business. And today, he's a multi-millionaire from that woman who set the standard, who set the boundary. Okay? That's what I say. We have so much power as women. And that's why I just say, if you educate a man, you educate a human being. If you educate a woman, you educate a whole universe, if you want to put it that way. So know your power and know that you can walk away. Know that you can set those boundaries, because you wake up with yourself and you go to bed with yourself alone. And if you don't, you're going to feel like you're going to be alone forever. You're going to feel dysregulated. You're going to be chasing people to fill you up when you can try and work towards filling your own cup. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Love you.
And when it comes to the lady that was crying on live with her wedding dress, talking about, I've never been loved, that really hit a lot of women, because I think we've all been in a position where it feels like we've been in a dating career, meaning we've been dating since about 17. And let's just say you're 37. That's 20 years of dating and getting your heart broken from various people. And when you think you finally met the person that is going to love you, you finally walk down the aisle, he finally proposes to you, he betrays you just like the other ones. So her frustration, I didn't find it funny. I found it very relatable, and I found it hurtful. Now, when it comes to him, once she revealed, or people start revealing videos and pictures of him and how he was so nonchalant and looking like he wasn't really into her or whatever. First of all, a man that hates himself will always hate a woman that loves him, because he'll never understand why this person loves me anyway. I don't love me. I don't see what she see. I don't know what it is, but I'm not believing that she really loved me, because I can't even see it. That's why unhealed people do not need to date, because all they're doing is passing the torch of hurt to the next person. Now this girl is probably hurt beyond measure, where she probably just gave up on love. To get that far, it's like crossing the finish line and then they say you're disqualified. You done did all of that running and hard work just to get somewhere, and it still didn't work out.
That lady in her wedding dress drinking that liquor in her living room has every single reason to crash out. Did y'all see the video of the lady listening to her wedding song, sobbing her eyes out in her wedding dress in her living room, going shot for shot because the man she just married left her high and dry 6 months after the wedding? She then goes on to say she wasn't dating, she's a single mom, she was just focusing on herself for 2 years straight. Wasn't even thinking about a relationship. That man literally pursued her. They start dating. She's like, I wasn't even looking for this. This is the love of my life. Proposes to her. Has a beautiful wedding. The music, the ambiance, the venue. Like, this was money well spent. Then they go on a cruise together. It looks like the honeymoon. She's drinking, trying to caress his face. They don't have that connection, that love, that lust. And he's looking at other women and acting as though he's embarrassed to be with her. And they just got married. That was a telltale sign, one. Just for 6 months after the wedding to ditch her high and dry? So if she want to cry, express her feelings in her wedding dress in her living room, whoop-dee-doo.
I'm going to get straight to the point, but I need you guys to stop showing the world how bad a man can bring you down. I'm sure we've all come across that one story time with that lady Kiki, and she was letting us know that her husband has been cheating on her since they got married. You probably saw the live where she was wearing her wedding dress and she was holding onto a wine bottle and she was crying and she was venting to us. Yes, we get it. Men break hearts, but at the same time, this is just feeding his ego. Seeing you down bad like that is just making him feel better. Honestly, let's be real. He doesn't care. Y'all be looking too good to be doing all of that on the internet. Keep showing us that traveling content, not the I miss my man and I'm heartbroken content. I get it. Some people treat TikTok or social media like it's a diary. I get it. But to a certain extent, we have to understand we need privacy. You deserve privacy. Let's be done with these ugly cries and get back on that plane, girl. Rip that dress off. Shoot, burn that dress if you need to. And go outside.
Anytime you attempt to love a man more than you love yourself, the Most High will show you that you shouldn't have. Y'all seen that black woman in that wedding dress that was on Facebook Live crashing out because she found out that her entire marriage was a sham and she just couldn't take it anymore, so she decided to turn to social media to vent? Her Tita made it all the way to TikTok, and there's videos of her calling the woman, I guess that was in this man's phone, and addressing the situation and just crying on the phone with them. These women are apologizing because they like, oh, you know, my bad for messing with your man and I knew that he was married. Now, this entire situation is sad, but it's not one that we have not heard many times before. Just getting more comfortable with women crashing out online when they find out that their man is no good. And to be honest, I don't believe like they just finding out that their man is no good, because one thing that I know the Most High will do is put a lot of warning signs in front of you. We should all know at this point that all of us women do not get the same version of the same man. A lot of us will get different versions of him as he goes throughout his life, especially when he's still in his character development journey. Which means when he's still a no good ass man, there have to be some women that want to or are willing to deal with him on his no good ass shit. And this is one of those women. She said he cheated the entire relationship. She never been loved before. She just wanted love so bad. Yeah, when you want a man more than you love yourself, these type of things tend to happen. And once the Most High sees that you are worshiping a man more than you worship him, he will definitely come in and do whatever he can to destroy that situation and use him to do it. She doesn't even know that she's so protected at this point. She just needs to love and focus on herself. She is a beautiful woman. And once she actually goes through this and gets through this character development and she grows and learns from this situation, she hopefully can go out here and love properly, because this is not the way to love a person. This is not the love that God wanted for you. When you have to turn to social media and strangers to vent and find out that your man is a no good ass person. And it's sad, because if he grows and changes, he may be good for somebody one day, just like you. But you have to start the process and the journey now.
Kiki, the real Mrs. Jones, have you seen her crashing out on here? I guess she's not really crashing out. She's just going through the emotions of her grief, crying in her wedding dress, sitting there, drinking, going through the pain, going through the emotions of what she thought she was going to have forever. And she's showing footage of him like they're on a cruise ship. I don't know if it's her honeymoon or not, but she's drinking. She's got a blue tongue. She's just enjoying herself, loving life and singing and trying to tap him to get his attention. And he has no clue that she even like next to her. He's looking at other ladies. He's like, oh my God, like, are you embarrassed of her? She's beautiful and she's having fun. She wants your attention. You can't even give her that. And then she's posting the videos of like her wedding day and what, if I only knew 6 months from now what this really was. That's so sad. That is so sad. Like you're married to somebody for 6 months. You think they're your forever. And then they're gone. They find somebody else. They're like, I don't love you anymore. I know she has to process her grief and I hope she does properly. And I hope she does realize that, yes, you were married, you are going through this mourning process, but there is somebody out there that will love you until the end of time. And I hope she finds that person and just realizes he's out there, he's waiting, and he will be there when the time is right.
At this point, I'm pretty sure that everybody has seen the clips. You've seen the clips of Kiki in her wedding dress in the living room dancing to her wedding song. Yeah, it's not just any random song. That was her wedding song. You understand? Absolutely, positively distraught, heartbroken with a bottle of Douce, trying to numb the pain. And when I tell you that is a pain that I wouldn't even wish on my worst enemy, I would not wish that on nobody. Because how dare you come and find me at a time when I was perfectly okay with not dating anymore because I was tired of getting hurt. I went 2 years and I was perfectly okay with being a devoted mother and taking care of my children and just making sure that I'm good. How dare you come into the peace that I worked so hard to cultivate? Tell me all of this shit. Hear my hurt. Hear why I'm in this place that you meet me at. Only for you to go and cheat on me with my best friend? For you to go and cheat on me with my best friend? And then when I spaz out because I cannot believe that this man that I love so deeply and my best friend would ever do something like this behind my back, you use that reaction to call CPS and get my kids taken away? I'm surprised that all she was doing was dancing to her wedding song in the living room with a bottle of Douce. I'm surprised that's all she was doing, because that's the exact type of motive that would have landed my ass on the show Snapped. And then after everything that you did, I'm over here crying now, not just heartbroken. I lost my kids. I'm literally at a place where I feel like I have nothing, like you left me with nothing. And you still kicking me when I'm down. Still telling her it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. Literally sitting back like, see? Like using this opportunity, basically, to help validate whatever lies that you've been spreading to people about me. Because you got me at a good time. You literally knew exactly what to do. I'm in a position where I literally feel like I'm losing nothing. And here you are kicking me while I'm down, talking about it's your fault, it's your fault. She spoke to him that night when she was in her wedding dress, drinking, drunk, trying to numb. And that man told her it was your fault, it's your fault. And you know what she said? She said, it's my fault. She repeated it. And that just let me know how low her self-esteem is. Like her self-esteem right now is very low. Her confidence is so low and she's a beautiful woman, but he made her feel like that. I hate the fact that he was actually successful right now in breaking her and tearing her apart. He was actually fucking successful. He met her at a time where she was good. She actually was probably the best that she could ever be mentally wise, because she wasn't focusing on no nigga, no relationship. Just her and her kids. Just her and her kids. This man came in out of nowhere and fucked all that shit up. And even though it's not even just like he fucked it up, like even if you didn't want her no more, you didn't have to bring her to this level. You literally, you try to take everything from her. You tried to take everything from her. And I'm not gonna lie, whoever knows who her husband is, how could you fucking be with a man like that? How could you be with somebody like that? How? Then there's people in the comments talking about, oh, I could never. Let's hope that you never have to, because God has a funny way of making you understand exactly what type of pain other people go through. God has a real funny fucking way of making sure that you understand. Let's hope that you never have to. Let's hope that you never have to. People will talk about, oh, love is so strong when it comes to heartbreak, or people dying from heartbreak, or you understand when it's old couples and stuff like that, and finally one dies and then the other one dies from heartbreak. Then y'all understand how fucking strong that emotion love is. Love will make you do some crazy ass shit. Like, put on your wedding dress, get a bottle of Douce and cry to your wedding song because you're so fucking heartbroken. And let's just be happy that's all she fucking did. Let's be happy that that's all she fucking did. You understand? I really do not get this fucking generation or the society sometimes, because y'all be quick to give sympathy and empathy to the motherfuckers who don't deserve it, who don't require it, who don't need it. But those who actually do need a little bit of sympathy, a little bit of empathy, those be the ones that y'all want to chastise. Those be the ones that y'all want to persecute. Jesus. And to be honest, it makes it even worse. It makes it even worse to know that you had given up on something because you knew it was bad for you, like being in a relationship. You gave up on it. You decided that you were going to stay by yourself. Something comes in and now makes you renege on that choice that you had set for yourself. It makes you feel even fucking worse because you knew better. That's how you feel. That's how you see it and process it in your mind. I fucking knew better. This is why I never wanted to do it. This is why I stayed by myself. Why didn't I just stick to it? That's all of that shit is going through her mind right now. All of that is going through her mind right now. On top of the fact of finding out that she has been cheated on since her wedding day. Since her wedding day with her best friend. Please, give that woman some grace right now. Give her some fucking grace.